Hello there everybody and welcome back to our TransOcean, the shipping company game. This is our campaign here. This is episode number 2. Last episode was our first and we set up the company iVision Sea Trading. And we made our first destination stop. We are now sitting in Dublin, where our ship is going to be getting repaired a little bit so that way we can continue to set sail. As you can see down here, our condition is at 61%. So we are just we're waiting basically for things to get going here, so we can just let this run through. Our ship will be ready in a day here. It should be good. After this, we are going to have to look at our contracts that we have available to us and where we are going for ports. Let's see if we could actually see the we don't want our bank statement. We're actually looking for, we don't want the game menu either. We want, there we go, we want the world map, because then we are trying to find current fuel prices. There they are. As we can see now, the current fuel prices, and we're actually going to pause the game while we look at these fuel prices. That way we're not wasting money in port. Because remember, I think it's around $35,000 a day that we pay sitting in port right now in Dublin. So we don't want any of that. And we can see that the cheapest price for fuel is in St. Petersburg at 336. So if we could actually find something to St. Petersburg, but I think St. Petersburg is all the way over here. Yes, it is. And we can see if we have anything going there. Otherwise, our next cheapest would be Lisbon or Reykjavik. Remember, that is part of the thing that you want to keep an eye on, is current fuel prices. Lisbon is right here, which would be a nice place to also go to too. So let's see if we have anything for either of those. Let's go. Whoops. We got to go back to our ship in Dublin here. Now let's see if we have anything to Lisbon, and we do not. We have stuff everywhere else but Lisbon or St. Petersburg. We definitely don't want to go here. It's going to take 42 days. Holy cow. Oh, we have to get the cargo there in 42 days. So, let's see. We don't need any of that. Or, I don't really want to do or. I don't want to go to port side either. They're all really crazy ports. Let's see between these two. They're not much money. This one would obviously, post and parcel would probably be the biggest. Let's check out Gaioia Toro. Let's check out their fuel prices here. Holy crap, they're really expensive. Holy crapperoos. But we are in Dublin and it's cheaper, so we're actually gonna fill up in fuel here. Then we'll go there, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do for that. So that really sucks on the fuel, but not much we can do about it. So let's go back to our ship, which are, those contracts are probably gone now, and they are, which is perfect because we are going to Lisbon. So let us head there. We could also go to St. Petersburg, but we're gonna make more money going to Lisbon. So we have 13 days to get this delivery there. So let's sign off on that. And let's check out our ship status. We are loaded, as you can see. So let's cast off. We should be able to get to Lisbon here. We'll click it. We'll get there in 3 days at full speed. We have 13 days to get there. So to save some fuel, we will we'll go in half that time. We're going to go at full power. Oh, we are not going at full power. We are going to go at half power. We'll go slow. 7 days, that's half the time. It makes no difference for us. It just saves us money. So let's cast off and let's take our next load here to Lisbon. We are carrying metals to Lisbon this time. So, neat little, not fully loaded. I think we are about 3/4 full. Remember, we cannot handle that much. We have one of the smallest ships, one of the starters here, but she is pretty full. Setting off here on our iVision Maersk, as you can see. So we're going to have to back out of dock here, but there's another ship going through, so we'll let them through if they're going to go through here. Maybe not. I think maybe they're waiting for us. They might be waiting for us, so let's get out of here. It's kind of weird for them to wait for us, unless they're docked. Maybe they might be docked. Maybe that's what it is. So they could be docked, and there doesn't look to be any other traffic here on the mini map, so we should be good. We'll start making our turn now. Whoop, we will not start making our turn now. I lied. We're going to wait till about half of our ship is cleared here. And we'll start the turn now. We'll slowly bring her a little bit harder. Not yet though. Let's see. A little bit more. There we go. And we will probably hit the dock here. Or not. It's gonna be close. Ooh, that was close. That's what they call experienced captaining right there. I don't know why this ship didn't go through. Why they waited. They're obviously not sitting at dock here. Maybe they're going into our berth. It's a big ship to put in there though. But to each their own. So we're just backing up here. We'll get a little bit more space. Keep an eye out on that guy there. Make sure we don't go too far back. I would say that's about enough there, so let's swing her over. And off we go. So maybe that ship will follow us out, maybe. We're going to have to get over to the right side here eventually. We're going to have to straighten out or something as well. So that way we're not taking up the wrong side of the shipping lane here. So let's start bringing her over more. We are pretty much fully loaded though. Definitely. Almost fully loaded. Whoa, watch out for the dock there. That ship is still... Is it coming? I can't... No. Looks like it's still sitting there. So let's straighten her out. Let's get on the other side here. Let's increase to 3 knots. Which is probably about the equivalent of maybe a couple miles an hour, I think. So I forget if knots is just a little bit faster than miles per hour, or miles per hour is a little bit faster than knots. I'll have to check, or if one of you viewers knows, let me know in the comment section here. And that ship actually, yeah, it followed us out, which is interesting. I'm really surprised that it didn't head out by itself, but or go out before us, seeing as though we ended up making it wait. But that's how that's how they are. The bigger ship always goes before the little ship. They can't maneuver like we can. Not saying that we can maneuver that great either, but a little bit better than they can turn their bad boy. So let's get towards this anchor here. We'll open seas and let's bring it up to 10 knots here, which is not the full speed of our ship, but it is the maximum that we're allowed to go while in port area here. So that is that, and there we go. We took us 4 minutes to get that bad boy out of there. It's a pretty long time, but oh well. We'll bring our speed up here so you guys don't have to sit there and watch it all. There she is. We only are half tonnage. We could definitely put more in, but it's just straight shot in. Well, we are going to dock. Definitely dock manually a lot to begin with, guys. Don't use the automatic tug. It costs a lot of money when you're talking $100,000 to go in and out, which is $200,000. When you're only making about $400 on a boat here, or on a load, I mean, you're only getting half of it, plus you got to pay for your gas, and then you got to pay for ship repairs and whatever else. So definitely to start, I would definitely recommend Uh, recommend manually bringing your ship in. Lisbon is one of the funner ports to pull into because it's basically a straight shot every single time. Very often do you go to other berths, or at least I ever did. But at the same time, I only had 2 ships when I played this game. This one and one other one, a little bit bigger, not much bigger. And when I had my second ship, I started using automatic tug. And the funny part was, it was a little too soon, I think, to start using it. So, just because I went bankrupt pretty fast. I might not have needed to buy the other ship either, though, too, when I did. It was available, but might not have been necessary. So there we are. We'll just swing her straight in, and we'll pull straight in here. Turn her a little bit more, just so we don't hit the side wall. There we go. She looks straight there. So we'll go in, and we will reduce down to 1 knot. Just slowly do this. You can do this obviously at a lot faster speed than what I am. I'm doing it so we don't have too many mistakes. I don't know, looks like the cranes are getting ready to come unload our cargo, and we are in. So that is that. Oh, see, that was a very lucrative journey. Yeah, so definitely look at the lucrative ones. You guys obviously don't want to go too far with a little cash. You want to make a lot of money. And also, you got to remember too, in the days, you also have to pay her back, your investor. So don't want to spend too much time at sea, because the more time at sea, the less money you make. So part of it, it's a gamble of how much you want to save fuel wise, how much you want to get going. But we're gonna make this a short little short little stop here in Dublin, or in Lisbon, and we're gonna head on out. Stockholm would be a nice. That'd be a very lucrative one. Let's check out. We're either gonna go to Stockholm here, or I'm thinking Algiers might be the other one. Algiers is a short little hop, but we could actually probably go. I don't know if we'll have enough tonnage. We won't have enough tonnage to take on 2 cargo loads. But I was saying, sometimes you can load up for 2 stops to also, if it's on the way. But we don't have that luxury here. We're just gonna check out the world map. I always pause when you go to the world map. It's disappointing. But we were going to Algiers. Doesn't have super huge gas prices, so we'll probably stop there. And that won't be. Yeah, we'll go to Algiers here. And we don't have Algiers. I feel like every time we go to the map, that we lose stuff. We could go to Gaiora Torio. Gas prices are really high there, but it is a lucrative contract for us. Or we can go to. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna take. No, we can't take 2 loads. We're gonna go to Gaiora Toro. It's a little bit heavier on the gas, but we are in Lisbon, so we can actually fuel up for a full load. Right now, we'll fuel up, and let's cast off out of here. This is where we are going. We have to get there in 17 days, but we're gonna get there in 8. We're gonna go half power again. We're actually gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go half power. That way we got some fuel, and we can try to make a return trip to Lisbon here. So I'm not positive. I want to say that this game does expand to the western part of the continent, or western part of the world, which would then be the U.S. or North America, South America, that area. But not sure, because I've never gotten that far in this game, so do not know. But like I said, Lisbon, one of the best ports. Pull in, pull right out. It's amazing. But I don't think Lisbon can handle the bigger ships, if I recall correctly. They might be able to, because this port's straight in. So definitely is one of the nice things about this port. But let's back out. Let's just make sure there's nothing, just straight in, straight out. So it's beautiful. And you get to go underneath this nice bridge here with all this traffic. Ooh, straight out. So that's nice. One of the quick ones you can just pull. As soon as you clear that dock, you just full go in and out. So there we are, heading off. We definitely don't have a big load, as you can tell by our load there. Granted, it shows us our shipping route on the way as well. The other thing is definitely be careful. Like in this area, you get like sea coral stuff, and it's crazy. Definitely watch out for when you take unknown cargo. It's definitely very lucrative, but it also comes with the risk of port authority catching it when you pull into port. So you definitely get a lot of unknown goods coming out of the Africa area. So definitely just watch out there. And they definitely have been stopped in Africa, I believe, for unknown goods, but definitely high risk when you're in the Europes. They definitely check that stuff there. So I don't think I've ever actually been to this port. I don't recall ever having to go through a little cove like this to get in, which is kind of neat. It's not natural. All natural is what that is. So let's bring the speed up here. Want to get in and out of this guy too. Never been here, so we might have to slow down. There's another ship over here. I don't think we can actually see him though. The camera angles in this game are awful, so not much we can do about that. It's a game thing. And we are turning. Let's full turn here. Let's slow down. Actually, this might not be bad either. If our dock's right here, it might be a nice little pull in too. Pull in, pull out. Might have to come here more often. Obviously, fuel prices are really high here, so we got some storage facilities here. Oh, there's our berth right there. And we still can't see that other ship, but let's honk our horn a little bit. Let's pull in here too. Let's get over a little bit more, slow down, just a hair down to 4 knots. We're basically gonna come in at an angle, and then we're gonna swing her hard into the, like so. Like thusly, and then we can straighten right out. And we'll swing her over just a hair. There we go. And we are really close to being in. And there she is. Just like that. Nice and easy. Another very good journey for us. Thanks to Miss Lydia Smith, who seems like a grumpy lady with her face. All she cares about is her money. Yes. Keep an eye on the reputation bar at the top of the screen. Yes, here is our reputation bar, as you can see. We are unknown yet. Our capital is 8.5 million euros. You will receive a license to buy Panamax ships pretty shortly here. But here's all our stuff where we've been to, for the most part. Nothing super crazy yet for us, obviously, but we're getting there. And well, we've delivered deadline contracts. Interesting. I didn't even know we had deadline contracts on us. Let's check out our ship status here. We're at 62% there. We've got plenty of fuel. Oh, the deadline contracts are the ones with the the days on it here. We could go back to Dublin. If we go to Dublin, I would like to go to Lisbon and make a stop there, but it doesn't look like we can, which is kind of disappointing. But that'd be textiles to Dublin. We would get there on a full tank of gas. That's updated every 2. Let's check out the world map here real fast. See if we can get there. You can obviously see Lisbon's still our cheapest for fuel, along with Reykjavik. Usually St. Petersburg in that area are definitely Reykjavik way up there. Dublin's definitely so expensive for gas. Eventually, as you guys play this more, you'll know, like, figure out which ones are cheaper. We could go to Algiers, which is right here. which would be on our way. So let's check out what we have. Algiers, we can go to Algiers. It's definitely not a very lucrative contract for us with timber, but it does go towards our deadline contracts. So we can load that in. Can't really load too much more because it's a pretty big, heavy load. So it is interesting for the tonnage there. Actually, no, wait, we do have room. I'm looking at the fuel. Woo. Definitely have a lot more room then. But let's see, we're definitely not going to put it in the opposite direction. We could head to Rotterdam as well. But I think we're just going to go to Algiers from here, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go to next. So we're another short little stop here, and we are going to Algiers, which is not yet unlocked. So I cannot go to Algiers. I did not know that. We cannot go to Algiers. Why do we have a contract for... Oh, I didn't, never mind. We didn't accept the contract. That's why it was not unlocked. Makes sense. We are going to go at half power again, so we'll get there in 3 days, which is awesome. You guys aren't noticing the time because we're obviously playing at faster speed when we're out in the open waters. So 3 days feels like literally like 30 seconds, maybe a minute at most for you guys. The only thing you guys gotta deal with are these awesome loading screens with me. So, but it's kind of cool. We get to check out like some info about the area, get a nice little tips. I don't know why some load screens are longer than others either. Does not make sense. This is one of the ports where we are not. We're going to back out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't turn. We're going to reverse out because you can tell. Because I started pointing at the screen and not grab the mouse. But our ship was facing. Was going to go straight out. You could tell. But so we're going to back out, and we're going to back out. We gotta go right. Back out, and then we will swing around out of the port. So the I Vision merch, look at that bad boy. Not very much cargo on here. Once this thing gets loaded for you guys will love it. You guys will love it, I swear. It is really neat seeing all the cargo, like a fully loaded ship. It's just awesome to sight for eyes. So we'll swing out, make sure we stay on the right side. There's definitely no ships in port here. You gotta zoom out so I can see where this gap is at. Here, I think we can, we'll hit it straight on an angle. It almost kind of looks like our ship's just gliding here. Not really pushing through the water, but straight out. Oh, there's another ship. There it is. We can just see it as it's waiting for us. Excuse us. Well, we should probably turn a little bit here. Otherwise, we're gonna hit that rock. Oh, don't swing that ass into it. Ooh. Oh, that was close. That was close, but it is good. Whoa, hey, buddy. It's coming at us. We're gonna have a collision here. Oh, we need to get him on the radio. There you go. He's stopped for us. Thank you. It's crazy though the amount of time it takes a fully loaded ship of that size to actually stop. You're talking almost a good half an hour to make a stop at full speed. So it is definitely crazy. But let's dock here in Algiers, and this will be the last call into port that we do for this episode here. So we actually got to see a lot of places. We got to see Lisbon, we got to see Gaio, Toro, and Algiers here. So definitely a few stops. We got to see different cargo. We held metals, post, and parcel, and I think we have textiles for this one. It's not good. Not a good captain. Don't know what he's carrying in his ship. Oh well. Not all captains are perfect. We should probably get over a little bit more so we're on the right side of the shipping lane. Yep, definitely. See, because there's another ship coming down. Get out of your way there, sir. It's a neat ship as well. Oh, we're actually going into where he is at. So, yes. Alright, this will be interesting here. So we're going to have to swing hard over. It'd be nice if he actually cleared out. But it doesn't look like he's going to. Well, he honked at us. Don't be honking at me, man. You're in my way. We probably should have let him clear out first. We're going to pull in here. Probably backing in would have been nice too. But, and that way we could just pull it straight out. But we could also back. Man, we could just back right out anyhow. Not an issue. So this is kind of a nice easy one to pull into. If we had to pull into the dock over here, it might have been a little bit more challenging as well. But these smaller ships are nice. With the, especially they were talking, I think there is a second version of this game coming out at some point, I think next year. But they're talking about adding oil tankers, and the size of the oil tankers now are just so big that they can't dock because they just require too much dredge underneath them. So they have smaller ships come out to the big oil tanker, and they transfer the oil over, and then from there the smaller ships then go into ports. But we took timber this time, not textile. Definitely not a she thinks it was worth it. Probably was, but it is what it is. So that's where we're going to end for this episode, guys. Remember to hit that like button if you like this episode. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my other videos. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.